And an extra defensive back. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on third down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 41, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Elliott running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. Runs over him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
31's the mic. The screen. Watch the screen.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
126 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he pulls over him. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again to Elliott.
Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
10th carry now for Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
On second down, Elliott once more.
Oh, some strong running. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Throwing again on second down. Jones hit and the ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Jones on third down.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
A first down throw for Prescott. Finds a seam inside the 40.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Elliott. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by the Cowboys. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Operating from the gun, Jones. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On play action, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
31's the mic.
I got him. 18 running.
Jones throwing on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 31's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Zeke with a shake and bake, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 186 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28.
Micah Parsons.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 31's the mic. Watch the play.
And Jones going to keep once more.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
That's to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing here, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Third and long for Prescott. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Running right through him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.